We are in the final month of the Major League Soccer season. It's the final stretch. It's the last match day of the season is October 21st, and then the playoffs begin. A lot to talk about with the MLS, including if NYCFC can grab a playoff spot. We're going to talk some Major League Soccer, and we're going to do it with former midfielder for the New York Red Bulls and currently a host on Apple's MLS 360. Sacha Kljestan joins me now. Sacha, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, glad to have you on here. You know, we got to start off with this. You know what we got to start with? We got to start talking about Messi, because he's been the talk of the MLS. Since he made his MLS debut, he's received a lot of attention with his goal scoring and how he sparked Inter Miami. What do you make of his impact on the league since his arrival, and do you think his impact will increase as we see him play more?
Honestly, his impact has been immeasurable at this point. The biggest compliment I can give Messi is that he's hit the mainstream media in the United States, which is not easy to do with how many sports we have in the States. Listen, my kid wears his Messi jersey to school at least once a week. I see tons of other kids in California, in Southern California, wearing Messi jerseys. I've got parents at the school drop-off who aren't even sports fans asking me about Messi. And honestly, I think his legacy will last for a lifetime here in the United States, because he's made such an impact on our game, on our sport across the world. He's one of the greatest athletes all time, and we get to watch him week in and week out for Inter Miami. It's been amazing. It's just only the beginning.
Yeah, only the beginning, and it's been really amazing. And I see the same thing, too. I see lots of kids wearing the shirt everywhere, adults wearing the shirt. Everybody's wearing Messi shirts right now. Got to talk to you about the New York clubs. I'm going to start with your former team, the Red Bulls. They're 12th in the standings. They got an outside shot of getting in one of the final series playoff berths. A lot of change for the team this season. What do you think of where they are now and their chances to getting back to the top of the standings?
Honestly, I don't see them getting back to the top of the standings anytime soon with the way they've constructed the roster recently. Listen, they have their blueprint, which is young players. You know, they don't want to spend a lot of money compared to others in the league. And anytime they have any good young players coming through the academy, eventually I think the goal is for those players to get sold and go play in Europe. So it's hard to be competitive when that's your MO right now with the New York Red Bulls. They did buy Dante Van Zier. They spent $5 million on a striker from Belgium who, this season, let's be honest, it's been a wash for him. I still have hope that next season he will step up and be that goal scorer that the New York Red Bulls need. But right now and lately, it's not been very good, let's be honest.
It hasn't been really good for the Red Bulls at all, and their fans haven't been happy about the season. As I said, a lot of change. We'll see how that is going forward. Now, NYCFC, they currently are 8th in the standings. They're trying to hold on for one of the final two series playoff berths there. They got a chance to host the 8 versus 9 matchup at Yankee Stadium. 2 matches left in the season for them. Do you like their chances of hosting the final series playoff?
It's close for me. The New York City has been one of the most consistent teams in Major League Soccer over the past 6 or 7 seasons. This year, it actually has been very inconsistent. It's only the last 6 games now that they've gone unbeaten, but now is the time to get hot, and they're looking like they've gotten hot, behind the play of the new striker Bakrar and Santi Rodriguez, and Thales Magno is picking it up again. They could sneak into the playoffs, but I don't see them making it past the first round. The East is very, very strong this year, but New York City has come on late, and I expect them to make the playoffs.
All right, expect them to make the playoffs. We'll see what they can do there. I also want to talk to you about voting for MLS Awards, because everybody gets excited about this. It goes live on October 10th. I want to ask you specifically about League MVP. In your eyes, who's the MLS MVP this season?
It's got to be Luciano Acosta from FC Cincinnati. Small, number 10, 15 goals, I think 11 assists, leading FC Cincinnati to the number 1 spot in the regular season this year. They just clinched the Supporter Shield, and he's been the catalyst for what they've been doing all season long. So best player on the best team in the league, it's got to be Luciano Acosta.
All right, got to be best player, best team, best way to vote for MVP. In my opinion, can't go wrong there. And lastly, Sacha, I got to ask about yourself, because you've transitioned from being a player to now you're working in the media for Apple, hosting the show. What's it like for you, and are there any similarities with your current work to your days on the pitch? Is there anything similar at all for you?
A lot of similarities, man. Listen, on the field as a player, you're performing week in and week out. Now I have to perform on the weekends, but there's still coaching that goes into it. There's research. There's there's preparation, right? And preparation off the field was the same as my training. I want to be the best at what I can do. I want to be the best person on TV as compared to how I was as a player. So I put in the work week in and week out, and I'm always trying to be my best. I think we all are. And when you live life that way, you always, if you're going to do something, do it to the best of your ability. So it's a different lifestyle now. Now I work out on my own instead of being part of a team. But on the weekends, I've got my team in the studio. It still feels like I'm part of a squad, and I'm really enjoying this new chapter of my life and trying to be the best I can be.
Well, no, I'm enjoying it, enjoying to see you do the great work that you're doing with Apple right now and their great coverage of the MLS. So, Sacha, keep up the great work covering the league on Apple. I want to let people know fans can watch all MLS matches and the upcoming MLS playoffs on Apple TV+. You can use that on different streaming devices, TVs, and you can do that all the way that you can with Apple TV+. Great way to watch it and see Sacha and the great work that he does. That is Sacha Kljestan, host on Apple covering the MLS. Sacha, great to talk some MLS soccer with you, and we'll talk again soon.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
You too.